Hey everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you are a regular here. This is the continuation of the Idaho 4 series of readings. Moose is not being naughty at the moment, so he might be a bit disruptive, just warning you. Today, I'm reading Stacy Chapin. How interesting that this one comes out after all those other people that have been highly anticipated and suspicious and nefarious, and well, not nefarious maybe, but she comes out after the police officers. Let's see. This is a psychic reading. I use oracle cards and I use tarot cards, and occasionally I get messages from spirit. I interpret these messages in my own way, and you may interpret them differently in your own way, and I encourage you to do so. At no point am I claiming any of this to be factual, or am I making any accusations. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please excuse my stomach. I haven't had my dinner yet, so uninvited interruptions, I do apologise. So let's get going. So I've already done a reading on Stacy, which means that I don't have to start with the Clarifying Life Situations deck. And I am going to start with... what deck am I going to start with? Maybe I'll start with this new deck. I think that would be interesting. So this new deck, which is True Intentions. It's interesting already. The first card is Gossip. It says, you'll be eager to hear this, but beware. What I say about others could easily be said about you. Oh. I don't know if this is about her. Is she the one who likes to spread gossip? Or are people gossiping about her? I'm sure they are. I don't know. We'll find out. The next card is Apology. It says, I'm not yet over what happened, but an apology could begin to mend things. I mean, I am pretty sure that this isn't directed at Brian Kohberger, because I'm sure if she thought that Brian Kohberger was responsible for the death of her son, she'd want more than an apology. Maybe. This is something else. She wants an apology from someone about something that happened. It's such a strange card. Apology is not enough, is it? It's like, what is this about? Who does she need the apology from? It'll be interesting to see what comes out, what cards come out to clarify, especially the apology card, but the gossip card as well. I mean, it's interesting. Let's pull those down there. The next deck. Let's do the next new deck that I have, which is Shadow of Darkness Oracle. Stacey's an entrepreneur. That's what I've just been given. We had this card before. So, this card came out in the last reading. Which was for another member of law enforcement, whose name I've forgotten. But this card is the defenseless card. So it's defenseless, helpless, and unarmed. Is this about Ethan? Because I couldn't quite figure out who it was regarding in the last reading. But in this reading, it could well be about Ethan. And then we have authoritarian, manipulation, and dominance. Now, is this about Stacey? Is this card saying that that's the kind of person she is, that she is authoritarian and she likes to manipulate and dominate? Or is this about what's happened to Ethan and who? Is this about the person responsible for what happened to Ethan? The other thing this could be is how Stacey wants to be perceived. Defenseless, harmless, helpless, unarmed. But who is she really? Let's carry on. We'll find out. The next deck. What lies beneath? I'm trying to figure out if this is the second or the third reading I'm doing for Stacey. This is very cryptic, this card, because it says, I hate nothing about you. And it's such a weird sentence, because you could just say, I like everything about you, rather than I hate nothing about you. This is something to do with hatred. Trying to convince someone that she has no hatred for them, but she clearly does. Who? And then this card, keeping you a secret. Now, I know there's been rumours and gossip about her involvement with the president of the university, Mr. Green. And is that what this is about? Is there something here about, it may not be him, but there's someone here that she's keeping a secret, that she's starting, maybe not even starting, maybe it's been developing over time, that maybe she's told herself, I don't have enough feelings for this person to hate them. But she does hate them. And I don't think this is the person that took Ethan's life, weirdly. I don't think it's about that person. This is about someone else, because she didn't get her own way with something, with a situation. There's something very manipulative about this. It's like she normally gets her own way. She can normally cajole people into doing something for her, but this time it didn't work, and she's like, it's okay. I don't, honestly, it's fine. I don't hold anything against you. I understand. I'm not judging you. But none of that is true. I don't know who this is. Who is she keeping a secret? The next deck is Secrets Revealed, True Crime Oracle. So we have house, and private property. This is about someone's house. Someone's private. It's like one of those places where you just don't get, you can't just drive up and have access. It's not open to the public. It's private. It's like got a private driveway or access road or something. It's like There's something at this place. Unless they have another house, which is completely private. I don't know what the significance is. I'll pull another one. Truth revealed. Wow. Something about this house, or something is at this house which reveals the truth. Some sort of evidence, something that Stacey has, or something that Stacey knows about. There's also a butterfly. Are there any properties with the name of a butterfly for the property, or the lane, or the road, or a nearby park, or butterfly reference? It doesn't have to be the word butterfly. It could be the name of a butterfly like Red Admiral or Cabbage White. I know it's not going to be that, but I wonder what this butterfly is called. It's like a black tip butterfly or something like that. I don't know, but something. She's got something up her sleeve. She knows what's happened. She knows. Right, next deck. Is the vocab deck. So we have ember. The only light was the red glow of the dying embers. Definition: a small piece of glowing coal or wood that is still red and hot after a fire has died out. And dumbfounded. The monkeys were utterly dumbfounded when they heard their simian monkey friends speak perfect English. It means gobsmacked, stupefied, astounded. It means amazed, left unable to speak because of shock. What was it that she found so shocking that had been This isn't even about burning something. It's about... I can't stop. I'm attached to the word dying. Like as if Ethan's passing, which I've seen before, wasn't instant. It took time. I feel like for him, it happened in stages. And I think she was made aware of it. I think she was not forced to watch it or sent footage or... Yeah. I don't know. It's... Next deck is the... Oh, gosh. Sorry about that. Crime Scene Investigation Oracle. Premeditated murder, schmurder. Killer planned out the details in advance. And what have I been saying? I almost get to the point now with this case where I think everything you've been told, think the opposite. So they're trying to steer you away in every possible way. And for instance, when Bill Thompson says things like, you know, we don't think this was premeditated. We think it was just a spontaneous, you know, in the moment, pick a property, anything will do, and all that stuff. Absolutely not. It was pre-planned. It was premeditated. It was that house. It was always going to be that house. But was it anything? I still maintain that possibly only one person was actually unalive in that house. Maybe more than one person passed away in that house, but only one was unalived in that house. And that was because it was necessary. It was like, oh, unexpected and something that had to be done as a form of damage control or damage limitation. But anyway, I'm getting off the track. Ethan's definitely feels planned. Out of all of them, I'd say his feels the most planned. Lies, deception, and a potential cover-up. Duh. But we're talking about Stacey. So this is about her lies and deception and potential cover-up. But who is she protecting? She's not protecting Ethan. And I don't know, it's like, even with people like Steve G, I get the feeling that he's done things or behaved in a certain way to protect his family. Whereas Stacey, It's not that simple. This next deck is the Revelations Oracle. So we've got grit, and timing. So this is a reference to a car. And I immediately felt that this was something to do with Hunter. I mean, the grit is interesting because it's like it was in the winter, and yes, you would have needed winter tires and all that sort of stuff, but that's got nothing to do with it. There is something here about the tread, though. There's something here about the tread of the tire, and it's evidence that has been overlooked, ignored, covered up, covered over, because it's proof that, and we already know that Hunter was at the house, or that his car was seen at the house. I don't know what time, but, you know, not long after, or even before, I think his car was shown to be there before it happened. I don't know, but there's something here about the timing of his tyre marks on the road that were there at a certain time that would have put him at the scene at the time of the unalivings. And how can he say, yeah, but I didn't notice anything was going on, because it's like impossible almost. So what on earth is going on with this? And if it's not Hunter, it could be someone else, but there's evidence, tire, tread, evidence in the road that has been overlooked, and I think, was it Schneider, Officer Schneider, who out of everyone I've seen is the only one that was actually doing his job properly and was trustworthy and was authentic, was taking pictures of everything and documenting everything. I'm pretty sure you even see him documenting marks on the road. And is all of that represented in the documents? I do have memory of there being photographic evidence of tyre treads in, unless I'm imagining that, but it's like they're submitting what, you know, it's almost like that is the cover up. It's like, okay, let's submit some tyre treads that we know has nothing to do with it to fill that gap. I'd love to know how much of his evidence was actually submitted, because he seemed to be doing everything right, and I'm wondering how much of his documented photographs and that kind of thing actually got into, or how much of it was dismissed. So let's do some clarifying. So we have gossip and apology. Let's just remind myself of what this says. It says, gossip, you'll be eager to hear this, but beware. What I say about others could easily be said about you. Clarified by the Queen of Cups reversed. Something to do with one of the other parents, and I think this is something to do with Xana's parents. I think this is specifically to do with Xana's mum. And I mean, let's face it, she didn't have the best of reputations to begin with, but I think Stacey's done everything she possibly can to discredit her even further. I don't know why. Maybe because she knows more about Stacey than we know or we realise, and Stacey's trying to destroy, or has been trying to destroy, her in some way. Wow. And then the apology. I'm not yet over what happened, but an apology could begin to mend things. Again, is this directed at Stacey? Xana's mum, whose name I've forgotten. Clarified by the Ace of Wands in reverse. Which is, there's no fresh start here. There's no, it's like dangling the carrot and saying, hey, if you do this, then everything will be okay. And if she did, and I don't think she would have done, I don't think she would have offered any kind of apology. If she knows what's good for her, I'm sure she's got a good, sensible head on her shoulders. But even if she had done that, Stacey would have kept stringing her along. Yeah, and I don't like this energy. It's controlling. And it's very manipulative. So these two cards, defenseless and authoritarian. Defenseless, helpless, unarmed, and authoritarian, manipulation and dominance. So is this just about Stacey, about who she wants to be, how she wants to be perceived, or is this about someone else that's defenseless and she's the authoritarian dominant one over someone defenseless? Clarified by the Nine of Pentacles. She's very, whatever this is about, it's about her, what she can get out of a situation. It's about her, it's about her, about her gain, it's about her achievement, what she can accomplish, how she's seen, her image, her sense of self-importance, her independence. She's another one that gives me vibes of, oh, here's someone that would make a great politician, you know. She's like someone that has the gift of the gab, that can talk her way out of a paper bag. And then we have the Eight of Cups reversed. She's very materialistic. I just feel like because this Eight of Cups is usually about walking away or changing your mind about abandoning something or someone. this isn't about Stacey. I feel like this is about someone else. And I don't know if this is about Jim, Ethan's dad, having almost upped and left, but changing his mind for the sake of, when I say the sake of the children, they're grown, they're independent themselves now, but there's a part of him that's just kind of like, I just can't do it, just in case I'm wrong, just in case she does fall apart and I'll be responsible, and that kind of stuff. He couldn't do it, but he nearly did, because he feels like she's definitely the one who wears the trousers, you know, she's the boss, she's the authoritarian in the relationship, in the house. And that defenseless card is an accusation towards him, like he's a defenseless what's the other word, helpless animal, you know. It's like you need to fight and there's nothing about you. And I just feel she says things like that to him sometimes that it's just, I don't know, not nice. And if it's not to him, it's to someone that she's accusing of being defenseless and helpless, and it's an insult. And maybe it is, is her name Cara Northington? Is that Xana's mum? So yeah, and this weird card, I hate nothing about you, which may as well just read I hate everything about you, as far as I'm concerned. And keeping you a secret. Clarified by the Four of Wands reversed. So this is about a home wrecker. This is about interfering with someone who is happily married. That's what it feels like. Causing trouble and turbulence within what was once a happy home. The Queen of Wands reversed. And this is Stacey. I don't know what her sign is, but I definitely feel this is her personality. And what I'm picking up here is the worst of Stacey. I'm not saying this is who she is all the time. I'm not saying this is, you know, she's the worst, most evil woman on God's earth. It's not that at all. But when she doesn't get her way, or when things aren't working out the way she wants them to, then yes, she can be aggressive. She can be demanding. She can be dramatic and deceitful. I feel like she likes to turn things around. She's not attention. It's weird because I don't get, like, she is an attention-seeking person. She's doing everything she can to, hey, look at me. But she will find ways to use a situation to her advantage. Then we've got these cards, House, Private Property, and the Truth Revealed, with that butterfly. Wheel of Fortune reversed. The Wheel of Fortune reversed is like going over something. It's like repeating the same mistake and expecting different results. something failing, something not working, something is wrong. Two of Cups reversed. Someone's got something over on Stacey. Someone, I feel like she's had a connection with someone, and I don't know who it is, and maybe it will end up being President Green of the university, but whoever it is, they have got something which would absolutely destroy her if people knew about it, but he's keeping it as insurance. It's like, don't you ever come for me, don't you ever expose me, or you know, it's like, because I have this, and I will use it if I have to. So it's it's interesting, because whatever has happened here, if she ended up having an extramarital affair with someone, they hate each other. Whatever's going on now, they hate each other. So this Ember and dumbfounded, clarified by the Three of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so this is something to do with, I feel like, the aftermath of what happened, not just to Stacey, what happened with Ethan, but all of the others. So you have to imagine that, you know, when this all came into the light of day, if you like, and we can pretend that none of them knew anything about it in advance, and that it was all such a big shock, and that they would have all been in contact with each other. There's this straight away conflict. There's disagreements, there's conflict, there's arguments, there's tension between all of them. But a lot of it's coming from Stacey. A lot of it's coming from her, again, wanting to get her own way and not getting it. You've got two very strong, hot-headed personalities with Steve G and Stacey. And I don't think they ever sort of could work together. It's like, look, why can't we come to an agreement? But there's something here about being gobsmacked or dumbfounded or shocked, because she found something out about one of the others. Or did they find something out about her? But the Ember card is also gives me energy of the cremations. Something weird going on here. And then we've got the Nine of Swords reversed. She was advised not to do certain things. She was advised, I don't know who by lawyers, solicitors, PR agents, I don't know, but she was advised to seriously think about some course of action she was going to take, and then she ignored that advice and she went and did it anyway. It's like, decision made, I'm doing it, end of. You can't tell me what to do, you can't tell me what not to do. It's, and that is another reason why someone was dumbfounded or shocked, or like, I cannot believe she's actually done that, or she's actually said that, or and it's about destruction of evidence as well. That Embers card makes me feel like something being destroyed or burned or get rid of it. Whereas it could have been actually evidence that could have helped the others, which is why it's so shocking. And again, there she is, just looking out for herself. And then these two cards, which is the premeditated, schmurder, lies, deception, and a potential cover-up. Clarified by the Page of Pentacles. And the Chariot. The Chariot is Cancer. So that is about Ethan, because he's Cancer. The Page of Pentacles, I think, is something to do with... What is my cat doing? I think it's something to do with one of her other children. And I don't know. I feel like she lost more than Ethan. I feel like she lost one of her other children as well. I'm not saying that they passed away, but I think one of her other children has distanced themselves from her or rejected her to a certain extent. Not rejected her, but things are never the same again since this happened, since they know what's been going on. And then, what's going on? And then these last two cards, which is the Grit card and the Timing card, clarified by the Moon, which is deception and illusion. It's creating a narrative, making things go away that she doesn't want to be, you know, protecting her child. Something to do with Hunter. Didn't want him involved. Yeah, it's deception. It's deception. And then we have the Two of Pentacles, which is adapting adapting to a situation. I feel like she's very much, when I say she's chameleon, I mean that she's very resilient, you know. If she's put in a certain situation, she can kind of think on her feet. She's quite reactive, and I started to see her in a very different way. I feel so sorry for Jim. I have such a soft spot for Jim. And I feel it's strange because you often look at children and, you know, compare them to one of the parents. And I think Jim is very like Maisie and Jim. And then you've got Hunter and Stacy, who are also very alike. But I am going to leave it there, guys. Thank you, as always. And please don't forget to, if you can, join me over on Birdie's channel tomorrow at 1 AM UK time or 7 PM Central. And I really look forward to meeting a few of you. And, you know, I'm so looking forward to this. I think it's going to be so interesting. And yeah, I will see you on the next one. Whether I do one tomorrow or not, I'm a superhero if I do, because I'm so busy. But I will try my best for you. But guys, thank you so much as always. Thank you for your love, your support, your encouragement, and your engagement that return to you tenfold. Don't forget to subscribe, please, to my other channel if you haven't done so already. Make sure that you watch all your Zodiac readings. It helps. It helps you. I promise you, it helps you, and you're helping me. Thank you, guys. Until next time, enjoy the journey.